Hello, welcome to today's broadcast on the 40 Plus Woman. My name is Busola Jegade and it's a pleasure to come to you again at this time. The 40 Plus Woman is a program that is informative, educative, inspirational for women as we age gracefully. We've got lots of information, wisdom nuggets, tips, to help you to strategically position yourself. And also we share experiences. We glean from one another on how we can overcome our common challenges, and it's always a pleasure. Now today on the 40 Plus Woman, we are going to look at some realities that we face even as we grow older. What are those realities and how do we manage them? That's what we'll be looking at today on the 40 Plus Woman. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hello there, my name is Busola Jegade. I am a John Maxwell certified coach, a consultant, and a chartered accountant. For over 15 years, I've been working with women, helping them to discover their purpose, their vision, holding their hands, seeing them through turning their visions to profitable ventures. And it will be a delight to work with you. Do you feel unfulfilled? Do you feel that there is more to your life? Do you have a story to tell, a book to write, a vision to birth? Are you over 40 or 50? I can assure you that the second half of your life can be better than the first half. Why don't you sign up for my one-on-one coaching session or a strategy session? It will be a joy to work with you to reinvent yourself, to birth a new you.
P1 Premium presents to you Premium Vintage Gardens, located at the heart of Ibejuleki by Lakowe Golf Course. It has an excellent title of CFO and governor's consent, 100% dry land, and built-up neighborhood. Sizes and prices include 6.250 million for 300 square meters. A 450 square meters goes for 9,375,000 naira. The 600 square meters goes for 12,500,000 naira. Estate feature, gated and secured environment, perimeter fencing, good road network, gardens and landscaping, prompt allocation, neighborhood, Novera Shopping Mall, and Corona's Grove, Lekki. Other estates from P1 Premium includes Imperial Estate, Jikoyi, Abuja, Imperial City Estate, Asaba, Imperial City, Warri, Imperial City, Port Harcourt. For more inquiry, visit our website www.p1premium.com or call us on 0033117277 or 08052928259. La 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 la.
Welcome back. Now the first reality for anybody who is 40 years and above is half of your life is over. Yes, you must wake up because half of your life is over. And so you've got to be intentional about the second half of your life. So what is it when you wake up to realize that half of your life is already over? I want you to know that the second part of your life can be better than the early part or the first part. Yes, you don't have to regret. Whatever you think you have missed, all you need to do is to be intentional at this time. You have to know that when you get to a season like this, whatever you do must strike bull's eye. You probably don't have so much time for trial and error like you had when you were in your teens or when you were in your 20s. So the first reality you and I need to deal with is that half of our life is probably over. So do not despair. The second part of your life can be better than the first part. What are the examples that we have? So many people made it in the second half of their life, better than in the first half. Cornell Harland Sanders, the founder of KFC, yes, he started his Kentucky service station at the age of 40. And he sold the KFC franchise when he was 70 years old. So the fact that you're old or getting older does not mean you cannot achieve success in the second part of your life. And if you're a faith-based person, if you're a Christian, you will remember the story of Job. The Bible says the latter end of his life was better than the first one. So though half of your life is over, it is never too late for you to achieve success. Second reality that we need to face is that when you're 40 and above, you must be intentional about what you have in your life. Fetch water from your own treasure well. Many people do not realize that their life is a treasure. If you've lived up to 40 years, it's 40 years of experience, 40 years of relationship, 40 years of problem solving, 40 years of being a family person. Oh my God. You are a well of treasure. So you must have that realization that there is something in you. You have been digging and storing water in your well of treasure. Your past achievements, your experiences from your early 20s even up till now should be seen as part of your treasure. The older you are, the more seasoned you become. So I want you to have a self-realization, because if you have something and you do not realize it, it's just as if you don't have it. Now, what do you do realizing this? Don't wind down, but leverage on what you have. Leverage on your networks. Leverage on the relationships that you have created in your life. You see, young people, they have the advantage of energy, creativity, flexibility, and freedom. But when you grow older, you have certain values and virtues that have been built up in you over the years. Patience. You're likely to be a more patient person because you have seen so many things in life. Knowledge. You must have gathered a lot of knowledge whilst passing through life. Experience. Wisdom is your new asset. Knowledge is your new gold. Experience is your unbeatable trump card. These are all needed in the second half of your life for you to catch up if you've lost time, and for you to consolidate if you're doing something. So, what do you need to do? You've got to learn how to package your treasure so that it delivers value for you. The problem that a lot of women have, they have a lot of information. There are so many women out there, you have nursed 4 children through school. How did you manage it? That is value. You might have passed through an experience. Your pain that you passed through and you came out victorious, that is experience and it is value. But the problem is many people don't know how to package all these seemingly intangible things so that it delivers value for them. And that's why I advise women, you need help. You can get a coach. You may need to pay for some things. A coach will give you a roadmap. And so if you're out there, you feel that, yes, I believe I have something. You might have run a business for 25 years or 30 years. That is treasure. And you're just there thinking, what do I have? You need help. You need somebody to give you clarity. And so you can send us an email on transformationsbj@gmail.com. transformationsbj@gmail.com. And we'll be happy to coach you so that your experience can deliver for you. Some of you need to write a book. Imagine you may be somebody who has been in the civil service for 25 years and you're about to retire. What you have gained over the years is going to be something for those who are coming behind to learn from. And many people don't know how to package their treasure and they think they don't have anything. So that reality that there is a well of treasure in you should prompt you to package it, polish it, make it into a form that somebody else can glean from it, get value from it, and is going to deliver to you. What is our third reality? What is our third reality? Now that you are over 40, please minimize what you cannot handle. Whatever you cannot handle, minimize. This is very important for your mental health. Some of us, there are certain things we can't handle. You may have a difficult child that you have been pouring into. Please minimize your worry over that child. And so, if over the years you have had a recurring downside in your marriage, in your parenting, it is time for you to compartmentalize issues in your life. You can have a problem area in your life, but that doesn't mean the whole of your life is problematic. That's just life. But what some people don't know how to do is how to compartmentalize issues in their life. You may have a difficult marriage, but you may be an awesome businesswoman. You may be an awesome parent. You may be a good mentor, even though your marriage is very difficult. And so you shouldn't allow those things to weigh you down. We're going to go on a short break and we'll be back on the 40 Plus Woman. Don't go away.
Introducing Blissful Honey Beans. Rich in protein and fiber. Good nutrition for your family. Blissful Honey Beans. Hygienically packed in 2 kg and 1 kg packet. Stone-free and weevil-free. Pour straight to your pot and cook. Stress-free and convenient. Order online and it will be delivered anywhere in Lagos. For other locations, call 070-8307-6210. Blissful Honey Beans. No stress.
La 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 la.
Welcome back. Before the break, we were looking at the realities of life when you turn 40 and above. Now, let's look at another reality that hits you when you're 40 and above. And you need to pay attention to some of these things. By the time you hit 40 or 50, you're going to realize that you have missed out of some things in life. And instead of regretting, what's the advice? For instance, if you've always had to cut down on those things you loved because of your children, because of your family, you know, some people love traveling, but they cannot afford it because they've got to pay school fees. Some people love certain things and they cannot get it because they had to sacrifice for their family. Now, as your family is growing, and you're getting to the stage where maybe some of your children are now leaving school, especially for those who are in their 50s and above. You get to that point of an empty nest. Your children finish school and they begin to stand on their own. What do you need to do from 40 and above? Please reward yourself unashamedly. You only have one life. And you have sown in the lives of people. Don't feel guilty. But you see, some people have had such a mental, such a terrible mental state that they find it difficult to reward themselves. So for that woman out there, it's your time of reward. Reward yourself. Be lenient on yourself. Yes, you take care of the necessary things, but it is okay for you to reward yourself. Go and buy yourself something. Yes, take care of you. Sometimes it's good to take care of yourself. Look out for yourself for once. Buy yourself something good. You deserve it. You deserve it. Buy that shoe. Go ahead. Buy that bag. If you're looking for a car, you can afford it. Buy that car. You only have one life. It's okay to reward yourself. You see, there is a joy you have when you do something that you're looking forward to and you don't feel guilty about it. Another reality that we need to take cognizance of as we get to 40 and above is that we must learn to get rid of some familiar fears. Get rid of those fears, the fear of death, especially during this pandemic. You know, there is this scare about if you're elderly, you are at risk. We know we all have to take precautions. But please, free your mind. Eat well, exercise. Don't always have those familiar fears at the back of your mind. Apart from fear, something else that happens to older people is low self-esteem. And that's why a lot of us women, we bleach our skin because we want to look like a 20-year-old. Embrace who you are. Your waist may not be 18 inches again. Look at those wonderful children that came out. You know, some women have gone for plastic surgery and died in the process. It's because of low self-esteem. So there are ways you can beautify yourself without endangering your life. You can't fight the aging process, but you can enhance yourself. So don't have low self-esteem. Don't think it is good you can dress young, you can look young, but don't do extreme things because you feel you don't like the way you look. Embrace yourself. You don't need anybody's validation. If people refuse to accept you, create your own circle. And that's why you've got to be confident in whom you have become. Arrest low self-esteem in your mind. Walk tall. One of the things that makes a lot of women have low self-esteem is when in their marriage, maybe their husband is going for a younger person and they begin to feel inadequate. Don't kill yourself because of somebody else's problem. You are not the one that has a problem. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. But there are some people that will always commit adultery no matter what you do. Don't blame yourself for other people's failure. Some of us women, we blame ourselves when our children are not doing well. It may not be your fault. It doesn't mean you're a bad parent. You've got to deliver yourself. Don't dwell on past mistakes. Avoid regret. The past mistakes will hurt you if you keep dwelling on them. Free your mind from fear. Free your mind from low self-esteem. Very important so that you can have a good mindset, which you need as you grow older. The next reality is your health. Now, certain things will begin to happen in your body and you cannot fight it. But you've got to understand it. You've got to know that the older you become, some things will happen now. Your joints may ache. Maybe your joints were not aching before, but you know, these things happen. You may not be able to sleep well. It's part of the aging process. And so information is important. So what do? Guard your health like a hawk. Guard your health. Be conscious. If you have any symptom in your body, take it up. If you feel a lump in your breast or whatever, don't ignore it. If you feel a pain somewhere that is not going away, check it out. Because at this time, it's not like when you were younger and you could take a lot of things for granted. Take care of you first and foremost. Maintain a medical regime. Take your medication. If you've been diagnosed with hypertension or whatever, take your medication. Take it regularly. I shared in an earlier episode, my late mom died at 82, but she was diagnosed with hypertension at 42. I grew up seeing her bag of medication. She maintained her health for 40 years. So, we don't want any woman dropping dead because she didn't check her blood pressure, or she did check her blood pressure but refused to take her high blood pressure medication. Hypertension is like a beast. It's like a wild dog. The medication is a leash. As long as there's a leash on the dog, it's not going to go wild. So that's why it's important. You take your medication, maintain your medical regime. Don't be careless about your various checkups. Don't be careless about your appointments. These are realities. When we grow older, you will just find out when you keep all these things, you will be getting older, but you will be graceful. You will be healthy. Very, very important. And if you're a spiritual person from whichever religion, be careful about long spiritual exercises. Now you are older. Don't go on 100 days without water. You are not 25 years old. Or you want to go on, whatever your religion, don't go on extreme religious practices that may be injurious to your health. Maybe when you were younger you could do those things, but please, let's be careful. Let's be careful now. Also, shouting at the top of your voice. Don't stress yourself. Know where you are. And you need to be careful. Whatever, don't subject your body to extreme stress. The next reality I'm going to share is that when you get to this age, identify what inspires you and hang on to it. Because this is a time that people feel worthless. During the childbearing years, when you're raising your children, you're busy. You're busy attending to them. But all of a sudden, the children leave the home and some women just begin to cry. They don't have anything to do. Depression may set in. So it's important you guard yourself. Look for what inspires you. What are your joy triggers? If you're a Christian or a Muslim, engage yourself in your faith and pour yourself into other people. Cultivate more of your joy triggers. If activity is your trigger, then don't be static. That's why a lot of women end up going for functions upon functions where they don't even know the person. Because they just have to do something. So find something worthwhile to do. Start an NGO. Join a foundation. Join something where you can be busy. There are some women who are watching now. All your children are abroad. You are just alone. This is a time that you can use your life for other people. Money is not your problem. Why don't you look for somebody to sponsor? Look for the child of your driver, of your maid, and make those your focus. Pour your life into somebody else. Don't be in that big house and be miserable. Because some of your children may not have time to call you. So you must be intentional about knowing your joy triggers. It's very important that you guard your mental health.
Hello there, my name is Busola Jegade. I am a John Maxwell certified coach, a consultant, and a chartered accountant. For over 15 years, I've been working with women, helping them to discover their purpose, their vision, holding their hands, seeing them through turning their visions to profitable ventures. And it will be a delight to work with you. Do you feel unfulfilled? Do you feel that there is more to your life? Do you have a story to tell, a book to write, a vision to birth? Are you over 40 or 50? I can assure you that the second half of your life can be better than the first half. Why don't you sign up for my one-on-one coaching session or a strategy session? It will be a joy to work with you to reinvent yourself, to birth a new you.
P1 Premium presents to you Premium Vintage Gardens, located at the heart of Ibejuleki by Lakowe Golf Course. It has an excellent title of CFO and governor's consent, 100% dry land, and built-up neighborhood. Sizes and prices include 6.250 million for 300 square meters. A 450 square meters goes for 9,375,000 naira. The 600 square meters goes for 12,500,000 naira. Estate feature, gated and secured environment, perimeter fencing, good road network, gardens and landscaping, prompt allocation, neighborhood, Novera Shopping Mall, and Corona's Grove, Lekki. Other estates from P1 Premium includes Imperial Estate, Jikoyi, Abuja, Imperial City Estate, Asaba, Imperial City, Warri, Imperial City, Port Harcourt. For more inquiry, visit our website www.p1premium.com or call us on 0033117277 or 08052928259.
Introducing Blissful Honey Beans. Rich in protein and fiber. Good nutrition for your family. Blissful Honey Beans. Hygienically packed in 2 kg and 1 kg packet. Stone-free and weevil-free. Pour straight to your pot and cook. Stress-free and convenient. order online and it will be delivered anywhere in Lagos. For other locations, call 070-8307-6210. Blissful Honey Beans. No stress.
La 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 la.
The next thing, reality, that I want everybody who is above 40 or 50 to take note of is the need to evaluate your core strengths, even at this age. What are your core strengths? You may not be sick physically, it's just that you are advanced in age. You might have retired, but you may still have a strength. You may have the strength of organizing. So focus on the strengths. Identify them and look for a way to deploy them. You may get involved in your neighborhood. There may be a neighborhood association. There may be something that you can get involved in and deploy your strengths. What are you good at and what do you enjoy doing? It's very important. There is a framework by Martin Seligman and Chris Peterson. It's called the Strength Framework. Some of you can Google that and look at your areas of strength. You know, there are people who may be in their 60s or 70s. They volunteer to go and do some things in some places and they get fulfilled. So this is very, very important. Lastly, everyone needs to know where they are right now. Where am I right now? Where are you now in your life? Where are you? You may be at a point where you have achieved a good measure of success in your life and career. That's wonderful. But you may also be at a stage where you have achieved family success, but you have not really achieved career success. Or you may be somebody, you're 40, you're 50, nothing has worked. Family hasn't worked, career hasn't worked. Wherever you belong, there is always a future ahead of you. Get help. Talk to somebody. Reach out. And when you do this, you will be able to find a roadmap. That's how far we can go today on the 40 Plus Woman. We're going to be talking about so many other interesting things. Remember to join our Facebook group. The conversation continues on our social media platforms. You can follow me at Jegade Busola or the 40 Plus Woman on Instagram and also the Facebook group. Thank you so much, and it's been such a joy to share with you today on the 40 Plus Woman with Busola Jegade. Bye for now.
Like a diamond in the rough, you were built up to be tough. You were blessed beyond the curse by the power of the cross. So don't give up on the cause.